Okay. Hi, Steve, and good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Art.
So I've lived in Queens Harbor for 2.5 years. My name's Art Hughes. I live on Little Harbor Court, and we've loved living in this subdivision and really enjoy the neighbors and all the activities going on in the neighborhood as well. While I was out driving around, I saw that you guys were out hitting the neighborhood on the campaign trail, and noticed that a lot of neighbors were talking to you. And how much did you learn from talking to some of the residents?
Quite a bit. And I appreciate you asking. I heard a number of themes out there. Certainly heard a lot about the gate access, and I think that's on everybody's mind here at Queens Harbor. And I know that Russ Naples and his team is really focused on addressing that situation. I know from the last board meeting, I know they're spending a lot of time to try to fix that. I think, probably a theme that I heard every bit as much had to do with just the kind of the tone and tenor, if you will, and the people that were looking for board members that were going to really listen and hear their issues, and then, build consensus, build solutions around these issues and take action. People that can really move, forward with addressing some of the issues of the community. And so I heard that, I heard words like, decorum and things like that. And so a lot of people asked me, about my experience, and I've sat on a number of boards, and I know it's important to treat the members as shareholders, as customers, and certainly that would be my tone and temperament as it relates here to the residents of Queens Harbor.
Okay, yeah, I think that would make a big difference as far as if we treat the residents as human beings and making sure they're part of the team rather than just talking at them. But some of the other things that I've heard, I guess, through the neighborhood and things like that, are just a consistency on how they send out letters and do things like that. Have you heard any of that kind of discussions as well?
I have. I mean, fines, punitive action sometimes appears, at least from what I heard, to be the kind of the first action, as opposed to reaching out to our common shareholders and customers, if you will, and so it feels as though there's an opportunity to do that and to listen before we just take punitive action. So that came up significantly when we were out on the campaign trail on Saturday, and obviously there's something there that needs to be addressed. And as a board member, I would look forward to taking and advocating for a different approach.
Yeah, and I think from a board member standpoint, I think you would have more of a personal touch than our current board members have as far as what the reflection is to the neighborhood.
Well, I can't speak for the current board members. I just know what I heard Saturday, and obviously that's important to address the members here of the community.
So I've seen that the platform that the three of you are running on, but I'd like to know a little more about what's important to you specifically. So are there certain things individually that you're looking at, or the all three of you all have a pretty common platform?
I mean, we have a fair amount of common denominators, I guess, across the three of us, Andi and Connie and I. But I know that we all have our different kind of views. And for me, I came from a small community in northern Michigan, and I think the total county was 3,500 people. And I graduated from a small community in central Michigan. I had 150 members of my graduating class, and I view, although different, Queens Harbor is a small community within a large city, right? So we have our own kind of ways of doing things and the way that, we work together. And I think applying those kind of small town, that community mindedness to Queens Harbor, we've used the term neighbor helping neighbor, but that's certainly something that's very much a part of the DNA as to what I'm all about. So I think that really, promoting the neighborhood and bringing as much value to the residents here. And I think Queens Harbor was already great, by the way. I think I just would like to be able to add to it.
Yeah, well, I think you can do that. So I think the three of you, in meeting all three of you, I think you guys will add a nice personal touch to the board members and to the community.
Well, thank you.
So thanks, Steve, and good luck.
My name is Steve Dean, and I approve of this message.